Good morning. Uh, this is Saturday, April 8th, 2023. It's on my heart to do a little Easter message here, and I'm going to entitle it, Who is Jesus? And you may want to know what seminary school I went to and what are my credentials to talk about this. And my credentials are zero. The school I went to is a school of hard knocks. And I'm not going to give you all the details about that because if I do, well, you know how people like to judge. So I'm not going to give you that other than to say that that's where my degree is from. So this Easter season, you're going to hear a lot of people talk about how God died on the cross. And I'm going to talk about who Jesus really is. And you may think it, oh, yes, Jesus says, I am that I am. No, I'm not going to talk about that. Um, that's at best a very tortured reading of things. Jesus said who he was, is. Uh, I don't have a Bible. I don't have a verse and chapter in front of me, but it's called Peter's Confession of Christ. And Jesus asked Peter, well, who do you say that I am? And Peter's answer to Jesus was, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said to Peter, uh, Blessed art thou, Peter, for I for I have for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. And he went on to say, Upon this rock I I build my church. Now, the Catholic Church has kind of a tortured, again, another, maybe torture is not the right word. They have their interpretation of that is that, oh, Jesus was appointing Peter to be the first pope of the Catholic Church. That's not what that means. When Jesus said to Peter, "Upon this rock I build my church," he was meaning flesh and blood had not revealed the truth to Peter. That the Father in heaven had had given Peter an inward revelation about who Jesus is. And that's what Jesus was meaning. Upon this rock I build my church. Upon the rock of people who realize the truth for themselves like Peter did. That is the rock upon which the church, the mystical church of Christ, is built. So Peter, and Jesus said to Peter, Blessed art thou, Peter, for I have not revealed it to you. So Jesus himself was saying, Yes, Peter, that's right. I am the Christ. I am the Son of the living God. That's where Jesus said who he is. And if you want a little bit more, and Again, I don't have verse and chapter in front of you, but I think it was after John the Baptist, John the Baptist baptized Jesus. I believe that's when it was. But a voice from the heavens came and said, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him." So Jesus said to Peter, "Yes, Peter," I'm paraphrasing, "I am, uh, uh, I am, yes, Peter, you're right. I am the Christ, the Son of the living God." And the creator of the universe said, "This is my son in whom I am well pleased." So um, that's who Jesus is. And if you want a little bit more evidence here, one of my favorite stories is the the thief on the cross. And the thief of the cross, um, as he was dying on the cross, uh, was repentant. He was sorry, and he saw that Jesus was an innocent man who was being condemned and put to death, and he hadn't done anything wrong. And that's all he that's all he saw. And um, he asked Jesus to remember him when he came into his kingdom. And Jesus said to him, "Verily, this day you will be with me in paradise." So the thief on the cross, um, he never went to seminary school. He didn't know anything about the doctrine of the Trinity. He was just sorry. He was just repentant and asked Jesus to remember him. And this Easter, um, let's remember that. And that's what we all are. Um, some worse than others, some sinners a lot worse than others. But if you're repentant and you 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 see that Jesus is an innocent man and ask him to remember you, and that's not a very complicated doctrine. God bless.